All right.
Okay, we're going. This is a Rover gas turbine engine made in England. It's a portable unit. Over with this here. Why don't you come around, Greg, and I'll show you some of the details. Come around here. The crank goes directly down through a chain, the gearbox. When you crank it, you spin the motor up to like about 10,000 RPM to start it. Simultaneously, you're pumping fuel with a fuel pump, and right back here is a magneto. You're making a spark with this magneto down here. A cable comes up here and turns this igniter, and so you got a double spark here, and it comes up through this cable into this hot section. This is like a spark plug right here into the hot section. If you turn this backwards, you can hear a spark inside there ticking. And when you turn it forward, of course, it spins the motor, makes a spark, and pumps fuel into it.
What is this made for mostly?
This is made for like out in the field, for you can bolt a generator to here or a water pump or something like that. Come around here. This is a shaft right here that's geared. So when you start cranking this thing up initially, this won't spin or anything like that. It's a centrifugal clutch in there, so when it finally gets up to speed, then it'll kick in and gear that.
Do you know what about approximately what RPM that shaft, that clutch kicks in?
No, I don't know what RPM the clutch kicks in. The shaft turns at about 1,000 RPM, I think. And I believe this puts out about 200 shaft horsepower. Right here is the magic lever. This is the fuel pump, or the fuel switch. You can see the fuel comes from down here up into here, and you just turn this on like that, and that allows the fuel to flow. Why don't you come around here, Greg? Oh, right here is the dipstick for the oil, and that's probably use about a quart of oil right now, but it's all right. And here's where you put the oil in. There's a little filler cap right here. Air intakes are here. This is an oil line that goes to the front bearings. Here's your fuel connection. Here's an auxiliary oil line for different, like if you have a water pump, you can put an oil line to it and share the oil. Here's the air intake. Here's where it's geared. Here's the centrifugal clutch. This line right here shuts off the whole mechanism if it gets too hot. So if you start over revving or over
So it's like a thermocouple?
It's a thermocouple, so it'll shut the engine down. To start this thing, you have this mechanism right here. You might want to get close on this, Greg. This thing right here it's a good handle to hold when you're cranking, but also it shows you if you have fuel pressure or not. When you turn it out from here, comes fuel. So you just give it a little turn to make sure you got fuel pressure in there. And okay, we'll start it up. Like over here. Make sure this is on. Get this going real good. Then with your back hand, you flip the fuel lever to on. Then keep cranking until it takes over by itself. you're done running this thing, you don't want fuel pressure in the system, so you have to relieve it by this. Okay, it's okay. There's no fuel in there now.
Just bleed the valve,
Yep.
bleed the lines.
And that's basically, that's the motor. So it's very simple.
It's a beautiful piece of
Beautiful
engineering.
piece of equipment here.
Yes, it is.
And this crank does fold down for convenient travel.
What? Who makes this now?
It was made by Rover, England. They use these because they basically run on about anything you put in them.
Mm-hmm.
If you get it fired up, you can put crankcase oil and it'll burn. Gasoline, alcohol, all the rest.
Perfume.
Perfume.
Cheap.
Beer. Pabst. So that's it.
Excellent. Heck of a machine.
How you doing?